So here's the tier list. Are they a team that might make the play-in? Are they a team that's just trash? And even if they do make the play-in, they're trash. They get swept. Obviously, we have a prayer team where it's just like, fool, I ain't gonna lie. If you rep that fan base, like if you rep that fan base, yeah, we praying for you, bro. That's a special tier. There may be some teams that might make the play-in that go into that tier. And then obviously, first round, second round, missing a little some title busting champs. That's like nigga read. All right, let's get right into it. The San Antonio Spurs. Damn, we gonna come in hot. I ain't gonna lie, if you a Spurs fan, my boy, God's plan was not for you to win. God never did it for you. He never did it, bro. Won't he not do it? Like, holy fuck. Them niggas, bro. Oh, fuck. I mean, I'm not gonna see too much pushback from the chat. So anybody on YouTube that got some shit, who is y'all like, yeah, that's my nigga. All y'all got these different niggas, that's my nigga. He on my team. DeJounte Murray? Devin White? Bruh, DeJounte Murray done had potential for 5 seasons. I swear to God, he cool, bro. He cool. Probably a little underpaid. Keldon Johnson. Yep, and that's my point. The Toronto Raptors. I'm gonna say they're just trash. I'm not gonna say they're a prayer. They do have some nice contracts. Guys like Fred, guys like OG. The front office is nice, but they're just not a good roster. I would blow it the fuck up. They have somewhere to go. Like the Spurs are kind of just like, bruh. The Raptors have a lot of ways to get exponentially better right now or set themselves up in the future. The Spurs don't really have that, so they're just trash, bro. The Houston Rockets. This one's a bit tricky. I'm not going prayer. I know some of y'all may go prayer. I'm not going prayer. You don't have KPJ, Jalen Green, and Christian Wood and say prayer. I can't say they're making the play-in in the West, though, so I'm gonna call them trash. If they do it, power the fuck to you. Any Rockets fans out there, y'all make the play-in? Congratulations. like my nigga, woohoo! But bro, no. I was thinking about doing the on the rise tier, but I thought that would be too much. But y'all are asking for it any fucking way. So yeah, we'll do this. So yeah, these niggas on the rise for sure. The Mavericks. My shiny teeth so tinker, just like the stars in space. I really want to say second, but I can't stamp they make it to the second round because of everything but Luka. Luka is the reason I want to say second round. Luka has won 7 games with the same franchise that people have expected to win the championship or at least contend twice now. Both of those times clearly not his fault. But at the end of the day, what does he have around him? Like, how am I supposed to say if they go against other Western title contenders that this would not happen? And I'm not about to act like Luka's gonna be a top 4, 3, 2, or even a 1 seed in the West, so he's gonna go against one of those contenders. I have to put him at first round exit. The New Orleans Pelicans. Oh fuck, I said the Mavericks were tricky, but they really weren't. This one's actually tricky because you could argue this and have viable points. First round exit, you gassing them. Playing, you have Zion. It's as simple as that. You have Zion. Brandon Ingram's gonna get better over time. People love Nikhil. He might get better at basketball. Jackson Hayes gets more muscle. You have Jonas now, but then you could just say they're on the rise. They're just a young core that don't know what the fuck they're doing, but I wouldn't say they're on the rise. This probably be the one tier I leave out. I know I just said I can't put them on the rise, but I might just have to put them on the rise. They just don't know what the fuck they doing. The Chicago Bulls in the Eastern Conference, and maybe I'm falling in love with them. I'm gonna go ahead and say they got a better shot of making it to the second round than the Mavericks. They're really talented. They're in the Eastern Conference. Depending on how they play in the regular season, and the regular season is gonna matter a lot to the Bulls, because why the absolute fuck would they want to play the Eastern contenders first? Spoiler alert, the East is very top heavy. So there's no way they come into the regular season on bullshit, on troll time. They're probably gonna be one of the better shocking defenses. They're probably going to try to play some defense. Not saying they're going to be top 10, not by any means, but don't be surprised if a roster with Nikola Vucevic and Zach LaVine on the court somehow isn't in the bottom 5. Like, don't be surprised if they play substantial defense to make sure that they win games in the regular season. And when that happens, I'm going to say that they get a nice seed, potentially the 4, 5 to 6. They get a matchup that they could win, and they make it the second round. The Minnesota Timberwolves. I'm not going to lie. This may be a hot take as well. They on the rise, bro. They on the rise, bro. I'm telling you, they could even go playing. I feel like playing's gonna be a tier I go back to. Cat and D-Lo gonna finally have a full season. I love me some Ant, boy. I'm telling you, I love me some Anthony Edwards, man. I think that team's gonna be solid. Not good. Solid in terms of potentially making the play-in. Let's not, my fault. Let's not take that out of proportion. How many years we said the Timberwolves are on the rise? Like 5, 6, but now it's true. It's no longer just saying Cat's gonna get better. It has Anthony Edwards and a whole all-star point guard now. They're actually gonna be on the come up. The Portland Trailblazers probably the easiest one of the list. One and done. Dame is great. No way in fuck he beats a team in the first round, bro. He's not even the best solo star in the Western Conference in terms of actual playoff contenders. Let alone is he going to beat teams with arguably better players on them. Dame, please wake the fuck up and leave. Holy shit, bro. It's not gonna work. It hasn't worked for a long time. Wake up, my nigga. The Denver Nuggets. Jamal Murray's health, if you're on the low end, they're a second round exit. If Jamal Murray is at 80%, they miss a little something. If Jamal Murray's at 100%, shit, I ain't gonna lie, they literally have endless scoring talent. Top to bottom, endless scoring talent. They have one of the best offensive bigs of all time. I don't think the Nuggets come into this season with young prospects like Zeke and Bol on the rise. Monte Morris getting a bit better and getting more experience. Is it Will Barton or Gary Harris? I think Will Barton's the one that's there. Gary Harris got traded. I confuse them all the fucking time. They don't even look alike. The roster's pretty set. And I know Bol's like the troll name of the group, but honestly speaking, they are legit title contenders to me. The only thing they really lack is like a lockdown defender. Is that gonna qualify it as missing a little something? No, because no team on this list is perfect. I'll probably come back to it. I could see the argument for missing a little something, but I'm high on the Nuggets. I'm not gonna lie. I think they're title contenders. Dallas better. You're an idiot. The Thunder by default are on the rise, but in terms of the current roster, they're more so trash. They have the endless pick shit going on. They have SGA. Cool. In terms of their roster, there's some fucking shit. Like, we look at the Oklahoma City Thunder. What will they be in years to come? Oh yeah, they're on the rise like shit. I'm gonna just say they're trash for now. Sleeping on Giddey? Not necessarily sleeping on Giddey. What is SGA and Giddey about to do? SGA, Lou Dort, Giddey. Like, okay, whoa. Whatever, buddy. You know what conference they're in, bro? In terms of overall situation, the Thunder are fine, but yeah. The Memphis Grizzlies. I don't see them getting worse. I don't see Ja Morant now just missing the playoffs. He's probably gonna be around that 7-8 seed range. So by default, you could argue play-in, question mark, but I think Ja Morant's going to the playoffs. The Los Angeles Lakers. One of the more polarizing teams in the league today. Title of bust for now. We're gonna reveal the champ for the end of this video. Now let's talk about the team across the hall, the Los Angeles Clippers. With the Clippers, Kawhi Leonard not playing basketball, that's tough. Now they were impressive in the playoffs, but nah, I can't stamp it. They might make it. They go home if they do. I could easily argue first round, but I probably don't. You know what I'm saying? There's 5 Western Conference teams above the Clippers right now. Spoiler alert, there's at least 3 that we have not mentioned. I would say by default, they're a play-in squad. Not that they can't make the playoffs, but it's likely that they are around a 7 to 10 seed, probably lose that game. The Golden State Warriors. I'ma just say it like this. Assuming Klay's health, this is the one team I fear the most. Not that they're necessarily the best team. That 6'3" light-skinned bastard is the scariest motherfucker to me in the West. That is the one person with this Lakers run that I'm like, holy shit. Telling you now, time, injury, and boredom will make niggas forget how dominant them two motherfuckers will be. I'm expecting Draymond not to have a bounce back. The nigga's old, but I'm expecting Draymond to be much more productive than he was this season. And he wasn't even bad this season. He just had some very notoriously bad offensive moments. I'm telling y'all, for those of you that were like, oh, they didn't trade for Beal, they're missing something. For them to keep Wiseman, draft Kuminga, and draft Moses Moody, keep Poole Party, keep Juan, they think those guys are going to do something for them to win a chip right now. I understand that they are young. I understand that. On the last Keep It a Buck podcast, very shitty one, but we had a whole debate talking about how young talent sometimes needs to start over experienced talent. And while, again, very shitty one in sense of nobody really made feasible points, the sentiment remains there are certain situations where, A, the younger guy is supposed to be playing right now. I'm not one of these guys that think if you're a championship contender, you need to have 34-year-olds, 35-year-olds all on your bench. You can have some young guys running your bench. That's what Golden State's trying to do. I think that's what Golden State is going to do. And you have Steph, Clay, and Draymond there. I'm scared of them motherfuckers. I don't want to play the motherfuckers. The Pistons, I'm going off of Cade Cunningham off of reputation. Same thing with Jalen Green. Ain't watched them motherfuckers. Even with that, being so serious, they're still on the rise. I'm being so serious. They actually have a very low-key roster. I got these motherfuckers being around an 11 seed. Cade Cunningham, Jeremy Grant, Dwayne Casey still there. Yeah, I got the motherfuckers sitting around an 11 seed. Prayers? No, how was their prayers? They just had the #1 overall pick in the NBA draft. What is a prayer about? I'm pretty sure Jeremy Grant got hurt this season, but prior to Jeremy Grant's injury, he was balling at an all-star level. He was giving you 23, 3, and 5 on 43, 36 with great defense. Well, not great defense, but solid defense. Like, he's a good defender. Nobody says Jeremy Grant's a bad defender. Honestly, a lot of motherfuckers be like, if Jeremy Grant was in Denver, they'd win the chip. Yeah, keep that same energy, bro. They got this motherfucker. They got Sadiq Bey, who's a nice shooter. Isaiah Stewart's nice. If Cade Cunningham's healthy as well, this team's gonna be like an 11 seed. If that's something I die on and I'm wrong about the Detroit Pistons, I promise you I don't care. Promise you I don't care if them motherfuckers are just a 12 seed. Oh, fuck. Now, I'm not stamping they make the play-in. I got them not being the worst team in the Eastern Conference. Some of y'all were saying L take and then saying prayer. That's idiotic. They just had the #1 pick in the draft and they got a 26-year-old on a nice contract. That's just retarded. The Utah Jazz. I don't know what's not given. I don't know what it is. It's just not given. It's just some off, bro. It's just something off, bro. Because hypothetically, if you have a defensive player of the year caliber center, now do I think he's a really good defender? Not really, but hey, he won the award. You have that guy anchored in your paint. You have nothing but fantastic shooters and solid defenders all around, and you have a playmaking superstar in Donovan Mitchell, whose playoff elevation is absurd. Yet simultaneously, bro, just not scared of them motherfuckers. Like, if the Jazz took out Denver, LA, or the Warriors, I'm like, oh shit. Now, in regards to what they're missing, I'd say it'd be nice if Utah had something like how Giannis, Middleton, and Drew got going on, where if Donovan Mitchell isn't dominating the ball, you don't turn your heads to Jordan Clarkson. And before you guys go crazy on Jordan Clarkson is nice. I swear to God, Tim Hardaway is nice too. And look where the Mavericks are. You need something better than that, bro. You need something outside of Donovan motherfucking Mitchell that isn't Rudy Gobert. He's not even a scorer. Even if we just say he's the best defender in basketball, let's suck the French dick for all I fucking care, right? Best defender in basketball, hypothetically. That's still not gonna get it done. They'd still be right here. A guy that you expect to shoot the ball 15 times and score 20 points. That's what they need. Sacramento! Now, I like De'Aaron Fox. I like Tyrese Halliburton. They trash, bro. Man, they trash, bro. They got one of the worst coaches in basketball. It's just written in stone what's gonna happen with these motherfuckers. They're gonna not play defense, barely have an offense going. De'Aaron Fox is gonna be by far and wide the fastest dude on the court. They're not gonna play that well together, and even if they do play that well together, respectfully to their roster, they're not that good. Look, the East has made great strides. Shout out the East. They're still in by far the deepest and harder conference. Pause. Now, I'm not saying they can't get better over time, but it's like... I can't even put it in words sometimes. It's just... Davion Mitchell's a W. Yeah, they're playing. No. Cleveland! Think this one's easy as hell. They're arguably a prayer, but I'm gonna put them in trash. Cavs low-key playing. No, they're not a low-key playing. Stop it. They have a ways to go. They did draft a #3 pick. That's cool. The Pistons already made those moves to acquire the role players and then had the #1 pick. The Cavs kind of just said, well, fuck it. Who's the best talent at 3? All right, bet. They don't even want Colin Sexton. Colin Sexton might not even be on the team. Darius Garland can develop all he wants, bro. That backcourt with that big man right now, I promise you, it's not. So they're trash, bro. Boston Celtics. Again, major injury. Jaylen Brown is healthy. Tatum gets better, all that shit. They're a second round exit. They're not missing the little something. They're quite far from being true contenders. Pretty obvious they're not contenders, my nigga. But they got something going on. Tatum and Brown always gonna get you around. Unless you draw a terrible first round matchup, they're at least a second round caliber team. That's the best way I can say it. Philadelphia 76ers. Then this is why it's a way too early prediction video. By the upload time, Ben Simmons could be on a different team. But assuming right now that for whatever godforsaken reason, Simmons is there, let's not even limit ourselves there. They trade for a guy like CJ PJ or a guy like Malcolm or D'Lo or whoever the fuck, they make their trade, they range between missing the something or second round exit, and I'm gonna stamp them in second round exit because if Simmons stays, I still got them going to the second round. I know it's fun to go on them. Simmons is still pretty good at basketball. These motherfuckers win games. They're going to go in the playoffs. They're going to beat the shit out of their first round matchup. They're a second round team, bro. The Milwaukee Bucks. I don't think that's a secret. I'm not even about to fake anticipation. They just won the title. We'll talk about if they're my champions or not when we get there. But the team that just won the championship is title or bust. Spoiler alert. The Charlotte Hornets, easy playing. They were supposed to be a 4 seed last season, chat. They could even be a first round exit. I'm gonna go on the reserve side and say playing, they could easily be first round. It's not a shocker if they make the playoffs, but the reason I'm gonna put them in playing is for the same reason I put the Clippers in playing. If they missed it, if they lost in the playing, I wouldn't be surprised. The Washington Wizards. Now this is a special case. I think Bradley Beal's not dragging them shit. It's not gonna be on the Dame type tip. Beal ain't dragging them shit. Honestly, put them in prayer. The reason why I just went down to prayer, because there's a reality that Beal gets you a 10 seed. You go to the play-in, maybe a miracle happens, you win the play-in and then lose in the first round. You're gonna pray for this team. They have no direction, nowhere to go. A lot of the Beal interest has died down. I'm not saying teams still wouldn't want Beal if they made buzz about it, but I'm saying teams were ready for Beal on draft night. They were ready for Beal during free agency, and now it's kind of like, oh, well, you kept him. Okay. Let me go ahead and build a roster now. So we're gonna pray for them. That's the hometown team, too. That's the shit part. The Brooklyn Nets. No secret whatsoever. Title or bust. You have 3 all-star caliber. I would say 3 top 15 players. The Orlando Magic. Oh, yeah. This might be the prayer of all prayers. This might be the prayer. I mean, it's Jalen Suggs, a guy who gets hurt all the time, another guy who gets hurt all the time, Cole Anthony, and Markelle Fultz, who just got getting hurt all the time. Holy shit. Oh, look. I ain't gonna lie. God don't like you, nigga. Father don't fuck with you. It's just that simple. You need to look up in the sky and just ask, what did I do? And chat, the worst part is gonna be a nigga in the YouTube comment section. Oh, fuck, man. You're sleeping on the Magic. Oh, my God. The Magic are great. They're gonna be in like an 8th seed. They can make the play-in. Cole Anthony's gonna be nice. Team Ross, singing nigga, big balls. I'm like, bruh. Jalen Suggs could dead ass be on some Zion shit. I'm still praying for them niggas. It's just full. It's up for them niggas. I ain't gonna lie. We praying on them boys. You might need a different religion. The Phoenix Suns. I'm not about to lowball the Suns. They were just in the championship, so you would assume they're title or bust. But there's people who believe that they're missing a little something. They're a second round exit. They just made the finals, bro. D-Book's gonna get better, bro. D-Book's main thing in the playoffs was inconsistency. If Devin Booker gains any level of consistency in the playoffs, that team is a problem. A lot of the Suns downplay comes from Devin Booker being not good enough and then Chris Paul being shitter. Devin Booker really is capable of doing it at that level. The issue is consistently. He was wishy-washy the whole fucking playoffs. D-Book gets consistent. They're fine in that regard. Chris Paul was just downplayed the entire series. I mean, the entire playoff run. On his dick when he beat the Clippers. Goes out in phenomenal fashion. Everybody's like, yeah, Chris Paul going crazy. He goes to the finals, puts up better numbers, and he got shit on. Beyond me. Devin Booker is the only argument for why they would be in the second round, and I just think he's consistency away. So if that's the missing a little something thing, and I put myself in 4K, there you go. But I have Devin Booker getting a bit more consistent, and I think they're true contenders. I ain't gonna lie. Miami Heat, though. I know they got the names. I know. But when they get to that second round, it's up. I know they have the names. Chad. Jimmy Butler, Bam Adebayo, Kyle Lowry, Duncan Robinson, Oladipo on the minimum. They got Marquise, PJ Tucker. Cool. They get to that second round, it's over. The Hawks, they're missing a little something called defense. This is probably the second easiest thing I've done. My lord, just get me somebody that can do what you're already doing, which is score the ball like shit. Just, my God, do you care about the other side? You want to play a little bit of defense, my nigga? You just want to slide your feet, inbound steals, passing lane steal. Like, you want to do something for me? Actually, I put them down 1. The reason why I just said I'll put them down 1 is not only the defense, but as you can see, I have 2 teams in the East that are title or bust, and then I don't even have a team in missing a little something. When that that second round hits, it's just a matter of matchups with these 4 teams. 2 of these teams are getting packed the fuck up. 2 of these teams are going to then get later packed the fuck up. So that's why I'm moving the Hawks down. I don't think they clear Philly. I don't think they clear Miami. I don't think they clear Boston. Don't think they clear Chicago. And at the end of the day, even if they did, they get to that next round, it's over. The Pacers, they're playing question mark. I don't personally like how they go about things in terms of just being pretty fucking mid, but they're pretty young. It's something low-key about the Pacers that isn't talked about enough. They're actually pretty young. They'll be nice, and they're above on the rise. They'll probably make the play. Now, will they win a game? Probably not, but they can. And the Knicks are first round exit. I love the defense thing. I know they signed Kemba. You gotta score the ball better than Kemba fucking Walker, bro. Simple as that. I'm not picking the Knicks over any of these teams. The best shot they would have is a team like the Hawks where they're made to play defense, and guess what Trey did to him? Julius Randle. For me, the bar that you're gonna be great in the playoffs would just be me talking shit. I'm asking for Julius Randle to be Julius Randle in the playoffs, let alone elevate his game. So yeah, they have quite a few steps to even making this tier of second round exits. Now, all teams are ranked. Before we go to the champs, as you can see, and as I preluded to earlier, there is only one team missing a little something, and there is no Western teams in the second round exit column. That's because the West is really fucking good. I personally believe Denver, Los Angeles, the Warriors, and the Suns can win a championship. Very possible. You then go to these 2 teams, self-explanatory. People called it the Eastern Conference Finals when it happened in the second round. Both teams were argued to be super teams. Now, although I believe the Nets are just a super team, the Bucks won the chip, bro. These motherfuckers are like that. They clear most of their conference. Well, they clear all of their conference, and it's a pretty substantial gap when you look at a team like the Sixers, the Celtics, the Heat, the Hawks, the Bulls, and compare them to the Nets. First round exits, as you can see, they have the solo star thing going on. The Knicks, they're the only team that they don't have the solo star thing going on. They just need offense. You're gonna need more than Kemba and quickly shot creation. Julius Randle, be Julius Randle in the playoffs. And maybe we'll talk about them possibly making the second round, but only so many teams can make the second round, so here they are. Playing Paul George, I mean, Kawhi's hurt. Obviously, if Kawhi's healthy, it's not a fucking secret. This is probably a thing, and you probably then move the Suns down. But for the sake of that not being the reality we're in, there you go. Charlotte could easily be in the first round tier, but I'm gonna go on the reserve side because you could argue that them being a 4 seed even was a bit fluke, and they would fall off regardless, but I don't think they would have fell off to the seeding of not even having a guaranteed playoff spot. They were a 4 seed at one point in time. And LaMelo's a pretty amazing player. Look up how good he was when he officially started. On the rise, now this is interesting. Reflecting on it again, I'm gonna move Minnesota up to the play-in. And if I'm killed for it, I'm killed for it. I think the Timberwolves are probably going to be a 10 seed in the West. Obviously, if they get injured, and I am wrong, they got injured, so don't be on my dick. But if Malik Beasley, D'Angelo Russell, Karl Anthony Towns, and Anthony Edwards just can't make it to a 10 seed, I'd be shocked. They have a much better chance than the Rockets or the Pelicans, and especially the Pistons. Now, before I end the stream, moment of truth. Who do I believe is winning the 2022 NBA championship, assuming health, given expectation, matchup, all the things that go into account? Process of elimination. I don't have it being the Nuggets. Although y'all were saying missing a little some, I think the only issue with the Nuggets is Jamal Murray and MPJ, who I'm high on. That's why they're here. When you're looking at the other teams in this row, they're not fucking with them. It's just not happening. I can't give it to the Suns. I just boasted up the Suns. Can't get with the Suns winning it. The reason I can't get with the Suns winning it, I'm being honest here. Chris Paul and Devin Booker, probably the worst first options in this row. I think that's pretty evident, but some people are weird. Chris Paul and D-Book versus LeBron James or AD, whoever you think is better, because I know people are weird. I take the Lakers first. Stephen Curry, stop it. Giannis, stop it. Kevin Durant, stop it. Jokic, stop it. They have the weakest star power here. I don't think they get it done. Any 4 of these teams could legitimately win, but I believe that the NBA Finals matchup from the Eastern Conference, I'm going Brooklyn, and it's not because of Giannis. The reason why I'm putting the Brooklyn Nets above the Bucks in this way too early prediction is because Chris Middleton and Drew Holiday's offense is way too fucking shaky to me. There were stints where Brook Lopez was saving the fucking game, bro. It's too scary for me to bet on. I don't even need to necessarily dive into his whole fucking shit game by game. 17 points, 8 assists. That's cool, but bro, 40-30 splits. In the regular season, you were giving me 50-40 splits damn near. An entirely different offensive player. Now, yes, you stepped up in huge moments, Drew. This is not Drew Holiday slander, but we're talking about the team that I'm choosing to come out of the Eastern Conference. It can't be the Bucks, in my opinion. I can't trust Drew and Middleton like I trust Harden and Kyrie. And Harden has a reputation himself, trust and believe, but Harden don't need to shoot the ball that much. That's one thing thing that people don't understand. Harden doesn't need to score as badly as he used to back in Houston. If Harden's off, bitch, stop shooting the ball. We have Kyrie. We have KD. To a lesser degree, we have Joe Harris. We have people that score the ball for you. Stop shooting the ball, bro. Playmate. And if he just walks out of the bitch with 9 turnovers, then we're talking about a whole different level of choking. I'm gonna take the Nets over the Bucks. Now, coming out of the West, I'm not gonna lie, I could go back and forth on this all day. But I'm not gonna cheat y'all out of content. Gotta pick one. The end of the day, give me my dog. The reason why I got the Lakers is not on some it's him period shit. It's not that at all. It comes down to experience. Honestly, I think it comes down to Golden State making mistakes that a team like the Lakers will not make. Draymond, Curry, Clay, Kerr, teach whatever the fuck you want. Nothing teaches playoff basketball like playoff basketball. Now, when it comes to deciding an overall champion, let me make a runner-up tier. Who do I believe will win an inevitable Lakers-Nets matchup? Again, I've said it millions of times. It could go to whoever. Let me explain how it could go either way. On one side, you got the Lakers are prone to do this thing where they check themselves out. The Lakers will literally stop playing possessions to bitch to referees over calls. Russell Westbrook is bound to fuck it up a little bit. LeBron James, I know he's y'all GOAT. He's going to have 2-minute stints where he's fucking it up. I'm telling you now. Anthony Davis might not be the fuck healthy. Oh man, it's several reasons the Lakers could fuck this up. Going to Brooklyn, one thing could fuck them up, outside of health of course, but this one thing kind of what has me on edge. They can't guard the Lakers. Like if the Lakers are playing their best basketball, they can't really do anything to the Lakers. Like I know that's like the casual take, quote, quote, but no, they can't do anything to the Lakers. If Russell Westbrook, probably lose the game of course, but if Russell Westbrook came out there and said I'm dropping 30 tonight, he probably is getting that 30. Little resistance outside of his whole shot selection. Let alone could LeBron James get 30. And I'm being dead ass, what do they got for AD? It comes down to, do I believe the Lakers will play their best basketball when it matters most? And for all of you Laker biased people, that's exactly why I haven't just stamped it yet. I'm telling you now, the Lakers are fuck ups, bro. Whether y'all want to accept it or not, the Lakers are, oh fuck. Them niggas piss me off. I'ma go here. I'ma pick my dogs. In terms of the game, someone said it in the chat. It's 7. It's 7-6. Back and forth all day, every day. Nets in 5. That's what I call anti-bias. Nets in 5 is what I call anti-bias. You join a Lakers fan stream claiming if he picks his team to win the title that he is biased. Your response of saying the Nets will win in 5 games is literally being anti-biased towards a potential bias from me. Because that's ridiculous. There is no way the Nets beat the Los Angeles Lakers in 5 games. They wouldn't even beat the Warriors in 5 games. They're not beating the Bucks in 5 games. They're not 5 gaming anybody in title of us. This is not happening. But I'm gonna put up who y'all got winning the title. I see y'all not a fan of the Suns, so I'm not even gonna do the Suns. Chat is anticipating a Lakers-Nets matchup. I personally believe the Bucks should get a bit more love. I think the Bucks have a very feasible argument to make it, but I probably have them falling a bit shy. Not to the discredit of Giannis, but literally to the fact I just can't trust Chris Middleton for 7 games. I can trust Chris Middleton in the clutch. I can't trust him for 7 games. And then Golden State, even if Clay's 100%, man, that motherfucker ain't played basketball in 2 years, bro. It'd be hard for me to just say they win it all, but they could. Forgetting about Coach Bud, let go of old takes. Coach Bud did a great job last season. Celtics are final contenders. No, they're not. A person who has a good chance of winning. On what universe do you have the Celtics beating the Bucks, Nets, and a team out of the West? Where do you see that? Yeah, I didn't think so. If anything, the highest they could go is to missing a little something, and that's if Tatum took a leap. Tatum takes a leap and puts them in that Jazz tier. They're not even a well-constructed team right now. Like, they're kind of just talent. They're kind of just talent right now, but that talent is absurd. They'll definitely win the first round. But hey, I gotta upload this to YouTube. Returning a bunch of series too, but we're gonna do more prediction videos just because NBA YouTube, man, right now, man, ain't much to say. But I do need to edit this. I'm just rambling at this point. Take care and stay blessed. I might go live